Well, a very good morning. Thanks for clicking, or should I say, good afternoon. Thanks for clicking on to the Monday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. We've had a rather interesting weekend of weather just gone. We've seen a new record for the month of February in Iceland, where the temperature shot up to 19.1 Celsius, which would be a fairly respectable temperature a couple of months from now, never mind the still winter time. And the reason why is we had a very strong to gale force south-southeasterly wind over top in the mountains, and of course we've got downslope. So it really was a pretty astonishing day in Iceland yesterday. Widespread temperatures at 16 or 17 degrees. Meanwhile, here across the UK, we were under the gun of a gale force easterly, and that produced snowfall anywhere from Shetland all the way down to Kent. We've seen temperatures really struggling to get much above the freezing mark during the day yesterday. Factoring in a good 30 to 40 mile an hour wind, we had wind chills well at or below freezing. Further south, down 1,500 to 2,000 miles from our shores over the Canary Islands, we've seen a very stormy day indeed, with damage winds locally over the highest peaks of Tenerife and Gran Canaria, reaching 90 plus miles per hour. So a very, very stormy day down in the Canary Islands, with heavy rainfall, battering winds, so on and so forth. So it's been stormy across the Canaries, it's been snowy and windy across the UK, and it's been record warm up across Iceland. Now, where are we going with the weather as we go through the remainder of this week? We are going to start to turn milder, and the reason why is we're going to be starting to pull our air in from the Atlantic as opposed to the continent. Milder conditions now starting to kind of show its hand across the continent as well as we go through this week. A very active jet stream that is now crossing off the US northeast coastline. We've got a very potent winter storm that has dumped upwards of 1 to 2 feet of snow in the higher elevations of the northeast. That system is going to enhance the jet as it moves out into the Atlantic here, and what we're going to start to see is systems starting to gang up over the North Atlantic, allowing a flip in the upper air pattern. So rather than having high pressure to the north, low pressure to the south, we're going to reverse that upper air setup, and winds are going to turn around completely. Like I say, rather than being out of the southeast, it's going to be more out of the west, and therefore it's going to feel a lot more milder. But the weather is going to turn a lot more mobile as a result of that. We're also going to see high pressure near the Azores building significantly through this week, and that indicates as well that with a southwesterly airflow uh, pulling air from the Azores, from the mid-Atlantic up towards the UK, we could be talking about temperatures into the mid-teens, believe it or not, by the time we reach the weekend here. So we do have much milder air coming into the UK after what has been a rather chilly spell. So let's look at the GFS precipitation and surface chart here for the upcoming several days, and you can see here as we skip through the loop, look at this system here, very potent area of low pressure now pushing through just off Nova Scotia. Blizzard conditions for the Canadian Maritimes with this area of low pressure. We've also got another system here just the kind of southwest of the UK that is pulling in both cloud and rain. We're also seeing gale force winds over parts of Wales and the southwest of England, and the reason why is we've got a very tight gradient in pressure between the North Sea and towards the Celtic Sea. That gradient in pressure means we're going to see very strong easterly winds blowing. So it's not often you get 65 to 70 mile per hour severe gale force winds over the southwest of England and Wales from the east. You would normally see that, of course, from the west, from Atlantic depressions. So we are going to continue to see things turning more unsettled. We're going to see the reverse in the upper height field, and you can see here lots of activity over the North Atlantic associated with a trough. Ridge of high pressure over Europe, trough over the North Atlantic means that we've got a positive NAO pattern and a mild pattern at that for the western side of the continent overall. But it looks as if we are, as we're going to push through the middle and latter half of this week, that's when the temperatures step up, because what we're going to see is we're going to see high pressure building further south. We're going to see the trough over the North Atlantic deepen, and the interaction between the ridge over the continent, trough over the Atlantic, you then pull the air from in between those systems. That is going to be from a southwesterly direction. Now, also what we're going to see is we're going to see more in the way of sunshine, I think, across southern parts of the UK in particular. With that sun, with that southwesterly wind, that is how we could see potentially upwards of 16 degrees in the southern half of the UK, I think, as we push towards next weekend here. So you can see a lot of areas of low pressure spinning away to the south of Greenland, to the east of the United States here, and high pressure largely in control. So we've got much more settled conditions across Spain, Portugal, France, milder conditions as well, and of course that will extend northwards up into the UK. So we are going to start to see the Atlantic return. We're going to see milder conditions return, but under clear skies and light winds at night, don't be surprised to see some frost as well. So we're going to have some interesting weather as we push through this week. No real major cold in the offing as we go through the next several days here, I'm afraid, for winter weather lovers. Hope you have a great Monday. I'll be back in the next couple of days. Bye for now.